This is going to be the last spot that we're checking tonight. We've just been driving around, pounding public land as much as we can, trying to just speed scout as many properties as we can. So far we've been coming across a little bit of sign, but nothing that's really congested, showing us that there's a decent amount of birds in the area, so we just keep pinning turkey tracks, any scratching that we're finding. And we shifted from trying to get tucked away in big properties. Now we're going to smaller properties that only have one way to access. Pretty much anything less than 100 acres. This last property we're on, it's got a couple ridges on it, and we're just going to take one of those finger ridges out. We're just going to set up there for the rest of the night. We can look over a little creek bottom. We got about an hour and a half left until it's dark, so our hope is to just sit up there and call, either get something to respond, possibly get a shot on something, or at least be able to roost something for tonight. Like I said, we'll be able to look over that creek bottom, and it's pretty calm out. Besides this dog barking in the background, I think we should be able to hear something walking on through these leaves. Fingers crossed we can at least roost a bird tonight. If we get real lucky, might even be able to get a shot on something. Well, that's the closest we've got, right where it starts to roll over into that creek. It was cutting a little bit. A hen cut right back at me, probably within 80 yards. It's really thick in here. So we just backed up close to the biggest pine that we could. Just sat right down. It sounded like she kind of just did a big loop around us. 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna howl. See if we can get something to go, get a bird roosted, and come back in here in the morning.
Oh, 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 oh.
Well, it's 6:30 the next morning. We're sneaking back into that property that we had that hen come through last night. We never ended up seeing her, but we could hear her just do a big loop around us. But we got this dog going crazy back here. And a bird just gobbled back on private a little ways away. That's the first gobble we've heard since Tuesday morning when we got here. We got an idea. We think where that hen went up to go roost. So we're going to take this trail down. And where she came through, there's a bunch of private fields. And we're assuming that's where she came off of. So we're going to work our way down towards that creek bottom in hopes that these birds come off a roost and work their way towards those private fields. We're going to dive in and see what we can figure out.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Those were way deep in there. I don't know if the camera ended up being able to pick that up or not. It was pretty faint. But like I said, there's some creek bottoms with some pine ridges that just kind of roll over. And it sounded like there was one opposite side of the next ridge. But your sound can get so distorted. Going down these creek bottoms through ridges, sometimes they're closer than what they sound. And especially if he's facing away from us and on the back side of this next ridge, it's going to sound like he's forever away. But it sounded like he was on public. So we're going to just slowly work our way towards him. Try to get up on top of one of these ridges. Sit and listen for a little bit. See if we can strike him up. So things didn't work out with that bird. He ended up just moving off one of those ridges, I think. We went quiet on him for about a half hour and he never ended up showing up. We did have that doe come up to about 20 yards. She was staring at us for a while trying to figure out what we were, and then as she was working her way down the ridge, ended up hitting our wind and took off. We ended up pulling out of there midday so we could change our campsite location to somewhere that's a little bit closer to where we're going to be hunting these next couple days. We really haven't been seeing much sign, and we haven't really been seeing any birds. So this is the first property that we've really been in where we've confirmed that there's birds in there for sure, and there's a bunch of scratching and some turkey tracks in there. We just wanted something so our drive wasn't so bad in the morning. Before it was getting to hour and a half, some of these spots that we were going ends up working out to where we want to be for these next couple days. Well, that's going to do it for video 2 here in Mississippi. Once we finish putting all this camp stuff back together, we're going to eat some food quick. It's about 3 o'clock right now, so we're going to head back out to that property, see if we can figure out where those birds are roosting. We got ideas on where we think those birds are going to be tonight, so we want to try to get a better idea so we can either, one, try to get him as he's coming back to roost tonight, or end up being able to get an opportunity at him tomorrow morning once he flies off a roost. But I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos that we got coming out. We're still going to be in Mississippi for today's Sunday, so we're leaving Thursday, so we got another 3 full days of hunting. So we got a bunch more videos coming out and hopefully a turkey video. Catch you guys on the next one.